Packed house already in the chat tonight. Thank you for joining Ultra Maximus and Tales from the Flipside. May 26, 2021. Wednesday night comic book presser. And your host, this guy right here, shirt and tie, Ultra Maximus in the house, everybody. I hope you are well, and this is, let me adjust some lighting here. There we go. Okay, so everybody, again, Ultra Maximus in the house here, and thank you for joining us here in the live chat. And it is Wednesday night, so you know what that means. It's time to get down. Let me adjust some volume here real quick. Hello one, hello all. Thank you for spending this time joining me here right now on Tales from the Flipside. I am your humble host, Ultra Maximus, joining you here tonight for the Wednesday night comic book presser. And oh my, what is going on here? Something's messed up. Hang on. There we go. Thank you for joining me again. And if you guys like this little logo, you should reach out to my buddy right here. This is Eric Hurd. Rookie of the Year, Drunken Chat, friend of the podcast, and also all-around good guy with the graphics game. And here is Mr. Hurd S. Eric's soiree into my Ultra Maximus logo. So I got to thank him for that. Fantastic stuff. The tunes that you are listening to are coming from this channel called White Bat Audio. They provide us with some copyright-free tunes. Not bad, right? Not bad. And then, of course, you guys can find me on these other wonderful places. You can find me on Facebook and IG on U1TRA because I take no L's. And then you can find me at XUltraMaximusX on Twitter. And then, of course, don't forget to subscribe to my own channel because, of course, I got this wonderful thing called the Ultra Box I'm working on. And this is just insanity is what this is. I have people telling me all the time they can't believe that one person is going to win all these books, and it's just like Mel did with the Drunken Chat box, or the Drunken box, right? But the Ultra Box is basically my way of giving back, because they say when you are blessed, give back, and this is my way of course, returning the favor to you all in support of all of your wonderful views. But don't forget, right now we're on Tales from the Flipside, and this is May 26, 2021. So we've got some things to talk about here on the Wednesday night comic book presser because, of course, as you know, this is your Wednesday night comic book press conference, new release, review, interactive podcast. So don't forget, because this podcast is interactive, and these spoilers... well, you know, the super chat's going to be active, but it is, again, not required. But again, I want to thank you all for joining us here. And this is, of course, your Wednesday night comic book raw report, found only on the Wednesday night comic book presser. And I love our top story this evening for a lot of reasons. It's mainstream, but, you know, for a lot of you people, there's been a lot of people who are just like not really into it. I kind of recall this being very similar to another movie called Guardians of the Galaxy back way back when. So I am absolutely in it to win it with Eternals. There's a lot of reasons for it. For one, I have a spec matrix on the next slide for you guys. And some of you are going to think it's hilarious. Some of you are probably going to go and try and chase it. And if you're crazy enough to try to get it from the location where it is being held, more power to you. But the deal with Eternals is that it is based on mythology, okay? Now, a lot of big things are in here for a lot of people who, let's just say, if you don't know your ancient cultures very well, I recommend Mesopotamian, Sumerian, Akkadian over top of Egyptian. I got my reasons why. because a lot of the same people were all in that same area, and basically the entire area was reconquered so many times. It's just amazing when you can actually see where they pick and choose these things from, because look, I'm going to give you guys an opportunity right now to pick up the best spec ever. And oh my God, you guys are lighting up the super chats. Thank you guys for that. Thunder, Noels, and Nola Nerd. We got this show makes up for a underwhelming week. Who dat? And you know what? It was kind of an underwhelming week, but we're going to make the best of it. And thank you guys for the super chats. It is graciously appreciated. But anyway, let me get into this because I wonder how some of y'all are going to feel. All right, I got a book for y'all to chase. Unfortunately, it's a one-of-one variant, and some of you guys are going to have a little bit of a hard time locating a copy for yourselves. I'm really sorry to do this to you. I really, really am. But here it is. First appearance of Gilgamesh, and it is currently found in the British Museum. So good luck to y'all on that one. And let's not forget something. The man, the myth, the legend, Jack Kirby is very big into mythology himself. Not only is he really big into mythology, but Stan Lee was as well. I mean, if you guys don't understand, this is the reason why a lot of these stories resonate with a lot of people. It's because these guys did explore a lot of these ancient mythology. Get to it. Case in, I want to put Jack Kirby's best work, this reporter's humble opinion. And I've never wondered about. Yeah, super low print run on that one, huh? Well, I got one that's not as low of a print run on the first appearance of Gilgamesh, but I do have one for you guys. And please, if you guys find the reprint of this, let me know. I'm looking to buy a copy of a reprint. I don't need the original one because I'm not, Chuck from Mile High, 500 grand rich into comic books. But this is probably, again, something that you guys need to be aware of. This is basically like your proto-Eternals. And this is Red Raven #1 from the 1940s, and this is, I believe, Jack Kirby's first published work. So it's definitely some things to think about. And again, my other life is definitely deep into archaeology, anthropology, and ancient civilizations and stuff like that. That's why I'm so giddy for this stuff. I mean, I'm serious. I am like super, super amped for Eternals. And I was probably this amped for Guardians of the Galaxy as well, because I don't know if you guys have ever heard me talk about it before, but that Jim Valentino run of Guardians of the Galaxy was my kid. Outside of the New Mutants and X-Men and stuff like that, and New Mutants to X-Force transition that happened there, Guardians of the Galaxy was my other jam, and it still is to this day. If you know what I collect, well, then you probably know that I have a pretty extensive Guardians of the Galaxy collection as well. Again, collect what you like, and you never buy wrong. I mean, but at the same time, it's been very, very good to collect very popular stuff that other people have been into. But again, you guys, this Jack Kirby stuff with Eternals, I'm beside myself. But that's not the only thing we got to talk about here this evening on the Wednesday Night Comic Book Presser, because, of course, we have an action-packed show. Make sure you do stick around for the duration, because I've got everything from new release picks to FOC previous picks. But you guys know I like to pick a couple of books to talk about off the get-go. So here's your honorable mention of the book of the week. And this is your Jenny Frisian 1 in 50 incentive variant for Something is Killing the Children, number 16. However, Boom slid one in under the radar and gave a 1 per store variant that is in this very kind of uneventful week. I mean, there's some highlights. I gotta say, there's some things I really like about this week. But yeah, this 1 per store is killing it in the aftermarket and selling for big bucks. And again, 1 per stores and ratio variants, even though there are a ton, and I mean a ton, of store exclusives for issue 16. But shout out to Boom for killing it there. All right, so next up, we've got, what have we got? Oh, we're going to get into the books. Aardvark Vanaheim dropping us a Baby Yoda Cerebus one-shot. Did any of you guys pick this one up? That's an odd one, right? Totally an odd one. And let me see here. I'm setting up screens to be able to try to multitask here. All right, let's see. I think someone's asking in the chat, do we have final totals for Something Is Killing the Kids number 16? Yeah, it was big. Big. All right, so next up, sorry, I'm clicking over screens and it's not working. Ablaze. And Ablaze gave us another volume of Gung Ho, and this one is Gung Ho Anger. And here's your cover A. There's the Atari Warren cover B. Here is your cover C. And here is your cover D. Now, they also had this cover E variant. They also had this 1 in 10 Virgin incentive, which honestly looks really, really awesome in my opinion, but I quit smoking. But I do love me some machine guns, just saying. Anyway, Gung Ho Anger, number 1, 20 copy incentive, 30 copy incentive, and then 40 copy incentive. Oh, wait, there's one more. They opened with a 50 copy incentive negative variant. So, yeah, lots of stuff going on. And yeah, everybody talking in the chat like I felt like everybody had a store exclusive. There's a ton of store exclusives for that book. But again, you guys are obviously buying them. Girls of Dimension 2 up for Aftershock, or I'm sorry, Girls of Dimension 13 number 2. And then I Breathe the Body number 5. Nuclear Family number 4. Shadow Doctor number 4. And then we have American Mythology Productions, which actually dropped some very interesting looking books this week. Edgar Rice Burroughs Sketchbook 2021, cover A. And then the alternate cover that you had for this one was your limited edition cover B, partial sketchbook. Kent Menace Director's Cut number 0. Moon Made 3 Keys number 3. These are very interesting looking books. Let me know in the comments below if any of you guys are actually picking this one up. Live chat, of course, if you are live and you are buying any of these, let us know what the contents are like in some of these books, because this is why I do the indies first. The indies are full of so many just opportunities for you guys in the chat to really like hit where I can, kind of see and recommend stuff for the read pile. So if you see something indie that's worthy of me reading and reviewing, and again, the stuff I'm trying to do for the read pile, full story arc, first opener arc or second story arc. If it's a second or third arc, I usually try to get myself familiarized with the property. So if it's going to be like a future arc of Deep Beyond, not a big deal. I've already read the opener. But we'll see. I definitely want to load the repile up with some more goods besides some maybe spec-worthy appearances for you guys. But anyway, back at this. Trogs? I don't even know what that is, but it's got a skull on the cover. And I can't tell. Is that some devil's lettuce growing? Trogs had a variant cover. And there's your cover B by Bonk. And then Zorro New World number 1. And then your limited edition photo variant. Sorry, sipping on my pressed coffee here. Giving us Archie. Oh, look at this. World of Betty and Veronica Jumbo Comics Digest number 5. Artist, Writers, and Artisans up next. Giving us this wonderful Casual Fling number 4. But it also gave us Chariot number 3. I have to check out that Chariot book, because if it's related to cars and stuff, it might just be up my alley. Avatar Press. And you know what? I wish Avatar would package every single one of these every time they do a release, because they release like 50 books in a day, but they released this one slide, making it very, very, very neat and tidy for us. So as I go take care of an animal that's beating down my door, unfortunately, I try to do this in my office in silence, and I can't escape these animals, unfortunately, in my house. But I got to go open the door for that one. So check out this Crossed Fatal Fantasy box set for a second. All right. Up next, we have Black Mask. Black Mask giving us Alice in Leatherland #2. And of course, shout out to Sith Lordly over there in Spine Takes, one of his faves, this Destiny New York. Broadsword Comics. And, they dropped the A cover, which was an A-B split, back April, I believe it was. So this variant took a lot longer for it to come out than people had anticipated. However, the B cover, or the variant that was offered today, the deluxe lithograph edition, this is what that one potentially looked like. So, wow, active in the chat. You guys are killing it. Appreciate you guys all tuning in live to this one, of course. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to leave a comment if you're watching this one on the rewind. And if you are not subscribed to the Flipside with the notification bell clicked, well, you might just miss some secret stuff when they go live because you don't have the notifications turned on. We don't want that to happen. And, of course, I wouldn't want you guys to miss the presser. And, of course, just... Let me back up for a second. So, full-time dad first. So, getting the kid to bed is priority, but sometimes he does not like to go to sleep, which is the reason why I have erratic start times. And of course, shout out to Nico, who put on IG a couple weeks back that I started at 11. So I was like, okay, cool. He just bought me some time. Because the ability for me to get in the reading and the copying and getting just the presentation done. I mean, I start this presentation days in advance, but I don't get to finish it until today, and it's usually like a photo finish every night. And that's why I appreciate you guys chiming in with these super chats. It means the world to us over here at Flipside for all the content we're trying to bring to you. And don't forget, all of us content creators, if we have another channel, don't forget to subscribe over there as well. And shout out to everybody in the live chat from other channels too. Didn't think I wouldn't notice you, did you? But I did. Insert that Tony Stark meme. But anyway, let's show you these Lady Death books. Lady Death Malevolent Decimation, #2. Oh yeah, and then here's your splash cover. You know, she's taking a bath in blood. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but that's basically what's going on there. And for all of you guys who are on the Zombie Tramp and Vampy and all those other things, well, Mendoza did this one, this premium foil variant. So I'm pretty sure that one's going to be a chase variant for you art chasers. And then the naughty cover. And then, of course, we've got this Wickman Elite variant. Not too shabby. Check out that sword, right? Gangster. Fantagraphics. Tongues, #4. And then Zigzag one-shot. Let me know if you're picking up any of those weirdos there, because it's definitely some out there books. Heavy metal. Modern Frankenstein #2, cover A. And then there's your 10-copy Hickman incentive. The Rise, #1 of 6, and this is your second printing. And these are these heavy metal format comics, man. And I got to say, I really, really dig these covers, and I think these are going to get better. Now, I got this on here because I wasn't sure if it was on last week's. And look, again, I'm a full-time dad too, so things kind of blend together as I'm trying to put together other content for other times. So you could have started shipping this one, I think, last week from the Heavy Metal website. But this is Tarna the Last Tarakian, Volume 2, Number 1, second print. This is your standard cover. And then they also offered you this Virgin variant. Both of these are Peach Momoko variants. So you Peach Momoko people, you want that one in your art collection of Momoko stuff, and you don't want to miss that one. And then we got Keen Spot giving us another Ninjas and Robots, and this is issue number 7. There's your cover A. Here is your cover B. Here is your cover C. And then here is your cover D incentive. Kingser and Company. Knights of the Dinner Table, number 283. Mad Cave. Oh, God, I got the animals around me now. They Fell from the Sky, number 4. Rebellion. 2000 AD, January 2021, program pack. Apache Chief, full-time dad, unemployable, doesn't play well with others. You know, when you've established freedom, sometimes it's really hard to go back into being a drone, wouldn't you say? Anyway, Red 5 Comics. Yeah, it does look like Lobo, but no, that's not Lobo. It's totally not even the right company. White Lily, number 4. That's from Red 5. Moving to the county, gonna eat a lot of Momokos. You guys are absolutely hilarious in the chat tonight. Scout Comics, Black Friday, number 2. Redshift, number 1. And then, of course, with Redshift, number 1, cover B with a Howard variant. And then another one from this imprint. And if you aren't paying attention to this imprint, I want to remind you guys about that book, Unicorn. Okay? This is the all-ages Scout imprint. And as you guys know, the Unicorn book did fantastic. I mean, hard to find. So super low orders. And if these things ever pop off, then obviously, you know, this is definitely something that you may want to keep tabs on. This is the Misadventures, number 1. So I don't know if you guys want to check your kids section, if you make a revisit to your LCS over the course of the weekend and they ask, hey, why are you back? Are you that guy that comes back and then they know that something's up or something's going on? If you have extra time, leave a comment below if your LCS singles you out like that. Source Point Press, 20 Fists. And this is number 2 of a 3-issue miniseries. Classic Pulp Ghosts one-shot. And I really like this for the OG style cover. So I want to give a shout out real quick to the publishers over there at Source Point Press for doing an excellent variant cover and giving the people what they want. Right? What do you guys think of this one? Cult of Dracula. And of course, as you guys know, I suffer from red kryptonite, and I can't tell if it's just the fire or if that's actually red. If it's actually red, I'm in trouble. But there's your issue number 3 of your 6-issue miniseries done by Shannon Mayer. And then yet another old throwback. Damn Cursed Children, number 5. And then here is Era of Great Wonders, number 6. And then Monstrous Heartbreak, Blood Loss, number 1. That's a 3-issue miniseries. And then Seis Suertas, Defender of Mexico. That's I'm actually never seen this before. I mean, before putting it on the list, obviously, but I can't help but think of Antonio Banderas and Desperado. I'm sorry. Look, He's got the guitar, and if it was a guitar case, it would be a little bit more, on point with that. Yes, but I don't know. Maybe we'll see what's going on there. But if you thought that was kind of like what, then we have Yuki versus Panda. I mean, okay. Shout out to SourcePoint Press for some very, very innovative books. Very interesting things going on there. And Western Themes Comics, huh? All right, so let's see. Starburns Industries. These guys have a pizza guy as their logo, and yeah. So Rafael Garcia, henchman number 1, and then Rafael Garcia, henchman number 1, had a cover B. So yeah, pretty cool. Riding on a missile, got a gun. All right. Storm King Productions. And again, if you guys are seeing a whole bunch of names that you're not familiar with, this is because the indie market is blowing up with a whole bunch of things that weren't on people's radars before. That's one of the I love putting this there. It helps us become better collectors and better knowledge on what's out there, even though some of the stuff, I mean, you might have seen it, but it helps, right? And if it doesn't help, let me know what I'm missing in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video too. 20 Fists, number 2. Nope, that's a mistake, because this is Tales of Science Fiction. See, I botched that one up. I'm sorry for that. I'm very, very sorry for that. I thought I was going to get through without an editorial mistake, because, yeah, I'm the editor, so I got to fire myself. Life is Strange, partners in the T-shirt pack. What? Okay, so it's a T-shirt pack for Life is Strange partners in time. There you go. Only release from that. Valiant giving us this new run of Shadow Man, which had 4 different covers. Now, your cover A and your cover B are, I think, available for whatever. There's your cover C by Francavilla. And then your cover D is your pre-ordered bundle. So I believe your Francavilla variant's probably your incentive cover. And that makes it very, very interesting to see, because it's probably going to be the D covers. The D covers and the C covers are probably going to be the long-term holds out of those Valiants. Let's just be honest. They're not selling a lot. But Vault giving us Blue Flame number 1. This book has a ton of covers. Here's your B cover. Here is your Rocketeer throwback, right? Blue Flame number 1. There's your cover C. Here's, Vault has been doing some pretty good homage covers, and I got to give him credit for this one, because, of course, this is your Doctor Doom Secret Wars variant swipe. But here's your 15 copy incentive. This is your 30 copy incentive by Christian Ward. Here's your 50 copy Virgin incentive by Christian Ward. And then he's also got this 75 copy incentive foil. So, yeah, you can't catch them all. Real Rude. And Real Rude is in the chat saying that you totally skipped Blue Flame. You know what? Even though you skipped it, not a big deal. Money Shot number 11. All right, so this thing had a bunch of polybag variants. The first one, your cover B, was your polybag by Bartel. The next one was your cover C by Lane. And then your cover D was your Sealy. Shadow Service, cover A. And then there's cover B by Isaacs. Witch Blood, number 3, cover A. Cover B. And this one's kind of cool, being, like very tarot card, right? And then you got your Yoshitani. Cover C. That's going to round it out for Vault. And we're on to our last indie. And unfortunately, I missed out on the B variant, but Man Goat and Bunny Man number 2 of a 3-issue miniseries. And there is your B cover. I was trying to get the B cover set to go along with cover A or cover B for number 1. But I missed out on that one today, but it's okay. Fear not. Neverland Annual 2021 cover A. There's your cover B and your cover C. All right. So, we're getting people saying that this is polybagged, huh? Interesting. All right, we're on into Boom, and Boom giving us Abbott 1973, number 5 issue miniseries. So we're in the final issue series finale. Abbott giving us the cover. Lotte. Yeah, definitely. 1 per store, and basically that's what your unlockable was. And then here is your 25 copy incentive by Tula Lotte. Just absolutely, once again, knocking out the park with her art. Dune, number 7 of its 12 issue miniseries. There's your B cover. And then, as per usual, the 25 copy incentive is your A cover virginized, and your 50 copy incentive is your B cover virginized. Firefly, number 29, cover A, Bengal. And then B for the Walta variant. Your cover C is your 10 copy incentive of black and white version of the Bengal cover. And then your 25 copy incentive is your virginized of the B cover. And then we've got the Many Deaths of Lila Starr, number 1, 3rd printing. Something is Killing the Children, number 16. Here's your cover A. Here is your cover B by Jen Frisian. Here is your cover C, which is your 25 copy, and then the 50 copy incentive. The 1 per store variant, and of course your book of the week here on the Wednesday Night Comic Book Presser is the Something is Killing the Children, number 16, 1 per store. But then Boom, going to finish off a couple other things with Spectre and Spectre's number 4. There was your cover A, your cover B, and then your cover C by McCurdy. Dynamite dropping some books. And I really just want to know, when did S.H.I.E.L.D. give Deja Thoris a S.H.I.E.L.D. uniform? Because that's exactly what that looks like to me. I'm just saying. Does that not look like a S.H.I.E.L.D. uniform to you guys? Leave me a comment below if you think Thoris should join S.H.I.E.L.D. Over to the Marvels. Like all the about being bought by Marvel. Deja Thoris, the Linsner Limited Virgin cover. And then the Linsner Rare Limited Martian Red cover. Limited, everybody. Then the Perillo Limited Virgin cover as well. And then we've got Deja Thoris number 12, Robson Limited Virgin. All right, George R.R. Martin's Clash of Kings. There's your cover A. Your cover B. Your 10 copy. Your 20 copy. And your 25 copy Virgin incentive. Invincible Red Sonja number 1, Selena Limited Virgin cover. Invincible Red Sonja got a Connor Limited Virgin cover as well as a Linsner Limited Virgin. And then we've got Red Sonja number 27, which is your cover A by Jay Lee. Linsner on the B. Federici on cover C. Colorized Federici, everybody. Check it out. Your cover D. Your cosplay cover E. Your Linsner Tint Virgin variant. But she's not on Mars, so you can't call it the Mars color. The black and white variant. Virgin incentive. Cosplay Virgin FOC. Federici Virgin. 15 copy black and white Virgin. 20 copy Linsner black and white incentive. 21 copy Federici black and white Virgin. So you're back to your black and white normal Federici stuff with a little bit of color splash. Red Sonja 27, 25 copy Linsner Tint FOC incentive. 30 copy Lee black and white incentive. Now we are on to Shannon Mayer. Limited Virgin cover for Vampirilla number 19. Mastrazo Limited Version, Perillo Limited Version, and that's going to round it out for all of Dynamite. Dark Horse dropping new Dragon Age Dark Fortress number 3 of 3. So now that 3-issue miniseries is done, anybody reading it? Anybody read it? Please leave me a comment. Let me know what's going on with that. Shout out to everybody in the live chat. Let's see. Game of Thrones comics take longer to come Martin's books. Yeah. You're hilarious. I really appreciate you tuning into the live chat, of course. And let's see what else we've got here. So, Dragon Age, like I said, Lady Baltimore, Witch Queens, number 3. Witcher, Witches Lament, number 1 of a 4-issue miniseries. So, we got and yet another saga of The Witcher. Ah, good coffee. Witcher Moments Lament, cover B, and then your cover C. I wonder how much we're going to get out of that. IDW going to drop some things for us. We've got Marvel Action Captain Marvel number 3, and she must be stuck in an arcade game that got Optimus Prime and Transformers Volume 1. Here's your 10 copy incentive, which is actually really good. Marvel Action Classics Spider-Man number 3. Now, this did not show any incentive variants showing for it. I'm wondering if that's going to come at a different date because they've actually dropped that before. Newbie Comics in the house. Everybody shout out to Newbie. Congratulations on your 2,000 subscribers. My Little Pony Transformers number 2, cover B. And then here's your 10 copy incentive. And then for you Star Wars guys, don't forget, not only were you after some High Republic Adventures books, this is an IDW just kind of quiet drop, right? It's a 2-issue miniseries called Weapon of the Jedi. Here is your only cover offering with no incentive variants. Let me know if you picked that up and how it is, because if it's worth reading, drawing you in for a 2-issue miniseries, I'd like to know. And then, of course, for all you Last Ronin fiends, we found issue 3 print of number 1. I'm sure there's a lot of people who are really, really excited about that. But here's your 10 copy Freddie Williams incentive. That's going to close it out for IDW. And then we got everybody showing up in the live chat now. Now that I got here, don't forget MLV's channel, because we do this thing called Drunk Chat. That's all going to happen on Saturday at 12:30. So, yeah. Don't forget. All right, everybody. So next up, we've got Image. And then we've got Ascender number 15. Bitterroot number 13. And then Bitterroot number 13, cover B. And the reason why I wanted to talk to you guys about Drunken Chat and the Bitterroot art challenge is y'all are running out of time to get in your submissions for the Bitterroot sketch challenge over there on Mighty Mel V's channel. So make sure that you guys got your A game on your sketch art. Make sure you get it over to them. So, make sure you reach out to Mighty Mel V through It's Drunken Chat, at It's Drunken Chat on IG. And, yeah. You're just here so you don't get fined. Who's going to fine you? All right. Beach Street homage. I know everybody loves this one, right? And for everybody catching these old homages, man, I tell you, you guys are the cream of the crop when it comes to this stuff, for sure. And that's why I appreciate you guys checking out our live content. But don't also forget to pick up Department of Truth issue number 9 out today, and they gave us 3 different covers. And I know there's a ton of store exclusives bouncing around for these popular books, but can you blame them? But I'm still sticking with all the regular covers because you guys know how I do. But of course, the Star-Faced Man and next to his little lady right there. I'm still back on issue number 4. I'm just going to go ahead and have to wait for issue number 10 and reread the first 10 issues and see what happens there. But The Goddamn Virgin Brides, number 5 of 5. There's your 5-issue miniseries wrap up. Haha, number 5 of a 6-issue miniseries. And then here's your cover B. Helm Grey Castle, number 2 of 4. And then there's your cover B. Check out that. And for all my historians catching the opening part of this episode, what if I told you that I have my reasons to believe that Quetzalcoatl is the same dude as Toth? Would that blow your mind? And if it does, you are a superior intelligence person, and I love that you watch my shows. Thanks for tuning in. Helm Grey Castle, number 2, like I said. Philadelphia, number 13. There's your cover A. And then David Mack is just all over this release day. And is it me, or does that kind of look like Famke Jensen? That just may be me saying it. I don't know. Made in Korea, number 1 of a 6-issue miniseries. And then we got Manifest Destiny. There's your cover A. Your cover B for issue 43. And invert that number, and you got Monstrous number 34. Old Guard, Tales Through Time, number 2 of 6. Old Guard, Tales Through Time, number 2. There's your cover B. Old Guard, Tales Through Time, cover C. Shadecraft, number 3. Shadecraft, cover B on number 3. And I think that's a pretty cool looking cover. All right, so all you Spawn people, here's your issue 318, your cover A. And McFarlane just, doing what he does best. I mean, this is up there with some of the other capes, but look, he doesn't do a lot of detail on the cape, but look at the detail on the city. I'll give him that. And if you don't believe me, wait for it. Here's your cover C, which is also pretty good. Here's your sketch variant. So that was your cover D black and white McFarlane variant. I hope you guys picked that one up too, because I thought it was interesting. And then I lucked out. I scored an acetate. Number 1, but this is not number 1. This is Stray Dogs number 3, and this isn't about me. This is the second print. Summoner's War, Legacy number 2. And then Two Moons number 4. Here's your cover A and your cover B. And that's going to round it out for Image. And before we get over into the next one, I want to give a huge shout out to Wanted Comics for their variant cover. And for, of course, all the things you do for me, Drew. I try to buy from you as regularly as I possibly can, and I hope everybody who's watching this show also does. Because if you buy from this guy on eBay, you get good books, you get them packed correctly, and he really tries to, be upfront and honest about the book with his pictures and stuff. So it's the reason why I am proud to, that he and I talked about things before I went live and did this show. I was like, hey man, can you help me start out with some giveaways? And he was gracious enough to give away some Star Wars books here, but I may have some stuff that might be giving away in the Ultra box. You guys might want to pay attention to that. And I know I haven't been giving away stuff on this show because I'm giving away the Ultra box. I'm trying to focus on that because those giveaways come from me. They don't come from Flipside. Just remember that. But anyway, DC Comics is going to be giving us a wonderful new comic book day. And you know what? Honestly, DC is doing better. Better. Action giving us 1031. There's your cover A. Tedesco just, man. I mean, this looked good on the shelf. But I'm not an Action Comics collector anymore. I did for a little bit. It's weird. But, yeah, Batman Black and White, number 6. There was your cover A. Here's your Fabok cover B, and I swear this looks like one of the Red Hood or the Three Jokers variant covers. I may be wrong. I want to be wrong, but it looks like it's reused art. Anyway, Batman Black and White, number 6, cover C, Putrid variant. Yasmin killed it here. And even in black and white, just amazing lines. And all of you code chasers out there, if you missed out on the first print of Batman Fortnite 0.2, you got your second print opportunity today. And if you guys are keeping up with the FOC stuff, they're on second prints for, I think, all the way up to almost issue 5 already. So, Batman Superman cover 18, or number 18, cover A. And then the Simone Bianchi cardstock variant. It's a cool looking cover. It really is. However, Detective Comics 1036 cover A by Dan Mora. There's your cover B by Lee Bermejo. Harley Quinn number 3. The Derek Chu cardstock variant. Now, this is a book that I really wanted to pick up, but I've got some other chases that I'm trying to save up for. So I'm really limiting my new comic book day purchases, but please let me know what you guys thought of the Milestone Returns Infinite Edition number 1 or Infinite Edition 0 one shot. And if you were able to see the cover, the blank cover, now here's something else that's really, really funny. Originally solicited, there was a B cover, and this blank was the C cover. So there was originally a John Romita Jr. variant cover that was like non-existent everywhere I looked and checked. So if you saw something like that sneak out, let us know. Leave us a comment below. Let us know in the live chat. Whatever you can do to help us know what came out today. It's important, And if I'm missing secret variants, it's because my stores aren't getting them, or they're giving them to people before I get there, which happens. Mr. Miracle, the Source of Freedom number 1. Then here's your B cover. Pretty cool looking variant. Nightwing number 79 and its second print. The Other History of the DC Universe number 4. There was your cover A. And then your cover B. Robin number 2. The Francis Manapul cardstock variant for Robin number 2. Ruby Justice League with the cover A by good old Mirka and Dolfo. Check out that axe, right? Ruby Justice League number 2, cover B by Simone DeMeo. Cardstock. Stargirl Spring Break Special, cover A by Todd Nauck. And here's your cover B by Mike McCone. Oh, trying to sip my coffee, knocking into the mic, so my apologies on that. All right, we got Strange Adventures number 10. Oh, there's the other editorial mistake. There were 2. Strange Adventures cover B. Teen Titans Academy number 3 by Rafa Sandoval. There's your A cover. And then here is your Teen Titans Academy cover B, Philip Tan variant. Now remember that name Philip Tan, because it's going to come back up again here in just a minute. And then we got people talking about that Robin is off to a rad start. I have to agree. I did flip through it today, and unfortunately I didn't get to read it fully for the read pile, but I did flip through it. I did like what I saw. Now Alien number 3, Inyang Lee's A cover, obviously pretty killer. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Yep, I killed the music. All right. Then here is your Kubert variant, of course. But your incentive was actually this one by Philip Tan. But wait. If you have not had your fulfill of Philip Tan, stick around for the FOC review. Beta Ray Bill, number 3. And then your Del Mundo variant for Beta Ray Bill number 3, which is your 1 in 25 incentive. Now, Black Panther number 25, because they dropped 10 covers, I expect sales totals to be pretty high, but I only picked up 1. But these are all pretty ill. Bustos, Juan Cabal. And I like this one because, of course, his first appearance being in Fantastic Four. This is kind of like one minute before, not like the 1 minute after variants I did back in the day. This is kind of like a 1 minute before variant. But it's pretty sick, isn't it? This one's pretty good too. I mean, this is a classic. I think these are all different generations of Black Panther areas with the cape, you know. This one too, like, you know, the tile variant. Artistically, these are all amazing. These are all going to look good slabbed. I mean, really. There's not a bad one among them. The Gleason one too. And I know the Gleason one's probably going to be the most popular one. Just because there's going to be people out there looking probably put together Gleason sets. And then, of course, for all you Peach Momoko chasers. Wow. Look, and look, I know I made the joke that this would be the van art on the side of my van in the 1970s. But you know what? It's because they put good art on the sides of vans back in the 1970s. So shout out to everybody who caught that joke when I dropped it on Drunken Chat. You know, it's one of those things, right? But this is definitely, this looks like Peach Momoko mixed with Bartel's softness. Like, Momoko usually has that really, I don't think she did watercolor on this. It looks like she did like some kind of pastel chalk. Like, it really does not look like her typical Momoko style. And that's why I think I do like this one. So shout out to you, Peach, because, you know, I'm a very, very hard critic of your work. I don't mean to be. I'm just brutally honest, you know. We could probably use a little bit more of that in this world, wouldn't you say? Black Panther number 25 Reborn variant. Silva Stormbreakers variant. Sprat variant. Steel Freeze Final Issue variant. I like how they gave this one a funny little name, right? But they're not lying. Final issue variant of this run, and I picked up a copy, of course, but I haven't read it yet. But Adam Hughes, of course, giving you guys more and more going on here in this Black Widow run. Here's your issue 7 cover A, and then sharing the cover with Yolanda Belova on the cover B, 1 in 25 incentive. Demon Days X-Men number 1, third print. Demon Days number 1, third printing ratio variant. So this was your 1 in 25 or 1 in 50 incentive. I wasn't sure what the incentive was, but my store didn't get it. Because you know why? They didn't order any of the third print because they still had the second print and they still had a ton of first print. So with all those additional prints on the store shelves, it's probably going to this one, but I don't know if it's going to make it trip an additional print. Now, again, I am a pretty big critic of Peach Momoko and the Momokoverse. I'm not really a big fan of what she's doing here with the Demon Days X-Men. I got my reasons, okay? I just don't like what she did to my characters, but can't like everything, right? And just because I don't like it, I'm not trying to knock it if you do, but I will say this. Spec lightly on heavily printed stuff with a ton of store exclusives. All right. Empire Comics. Yeah, go back and check that one out. Anyway, Heroes Reborn number 4. There's your cover 7. Or 4 of 7, cover A. I'm sorry. That was your cover A. Trying to clear my throat. Sorry, don't have the ability to mute. Not with the background music and such, but yeah, you know. Heroes Reborn number 4, Bagley trading card variant. Number 4, Stormbreakers variant. Oh, look, this is how they get back at Dr. Manhattan. They have Dr. Spectrum. And this is how they get back at your button. They give you 2 buttons. Deuce. You got deuce buttons. And my 100-pound German Shepherd is trying to chase a tiny little cat that had to kick down my office door. So pardon the background noise, everybody. I really, really do apologize about that. But anyway, so yeah, that's how they get back at DC. Here's your board number 4. There is your Medina Squadron Supreme variant, and then your Jeffrey Varege variant, which is your 1 in 50 incentive. Now these were weird. Heroes Reborn. Yeah, okay. Here's your Mutant Force Benjamin variant. And then here's your spoiler variant, which obviously shows Charles Xavier if you flip your head upside down, or you flip the book, whichever you prefer. Heroes Reborn Siege Society number 1. Oh, look, it's a Baron Zemo variant. And here's your Heroes Reborn Siege Society number 1 variant cover. Young Squadron, which is, of course, your Heroes Reborn renditions of Ms. Marvel, Miles Morales, and Nova. And here's the variant with Deadpool in the background. Leave me a comment below or let me know in the live chat if you guys read this one. And if you are watching this one on the rewind, please let me know what you think of this and if it's worth the read. I mean, the Deadpool variant kind of looks cool, right? Anyway, Maestro War and Pax, and here we have Maestro versus Doom on the cover. And then here is your Kasara variant cover. Miles Morales Spider-Man number 26, and the Clone Saga gives us basically, I guess, a bunch of people who are trying to beat up Miles and Peter. And I think that's basically what goes down here. And a lot of people saying some positive things about this one and how it is a much, much better take on the Clone Saga than even Peter's own Clone Saga, which would be amazing to think about. But wouldn't surprise me. I mean, if they had the opportunity to fix a whole bunch of things. Pardon me while I take a drink. Oh, look at this. Christian Ward. Look at you, Christian. Dropping goodies. New Mutants number 18 on the cover. Reptile, number 1 of a 4-issue miniseries. But nobody sent this book to Mel. He's not a fan. Much love to my brother over there, Drunken Chat, Mighty Mel V. And here's your Del Mundo variant cover. And then your Sousa variant. And then second print of Spider-Man Spider Shadow, number 1 of this 5-issue miniseries. And I gotta say, if you guys have been seeing some of the stuff on this miniseries, like if you've seen, we all know what happened when Spider-Man went back in black, I think it was, and he went to prison and he fought Kingpin. Right? Well, in this one, I think you guys should, if you really are a fan of that story, I think you should be reading this one. You'd like to see what happens to that version of the story when Peter got himself a symbiote. Because it's a little different. Shout out to you, Dave. Thanks for joining, buddy. And let's see here. Darth Vader, giving us Vader number 12, and this is, of course, the War of the Bounty Hunters prelude into the trap. So I don't know if they're counting all the preludes as parts of things that they're looking for when they're talking about everything going on with all the tie-ins to War of the Bounty Hunters. But it may very well be. And then, of course, I don't understand what the deal is. Why are they doing these Crimson variants? What's the point? It's just a recolor of cover A. I don't think really anybody's really chasing these, which makes them kind of like the de facto non-Star Wars action figure variants, where nobody's chasing them, nobody cares about them, and then when somebody talks about them, that might have a little bit of influence. It might bring a little bit of attention to a few of them, and then there may be a couple of good ones out of the bunch, but I really don't think that these are going to go very far. But who knows? I may be wrong. Let me know what you think of these Crimson variants. I'd really like to know your opinion on them. Of course, Star Wars Darth Vader, number 12, Empire Strikes Back variant. And then here we go, Star Wars Dr. Aphra, number 10. There's your A cover. Here is your number 10 Sway Crimson variant. And then the Height variant. 1 in 25 incentive. The Marvels number 2. The Marvels number 2 Pinocchio variant. X-Men number 20, and then the X-Men number 20 Del Mundo variant is going to give us the final new release of the week. So again, if you've stuck through this show this long, I want to thank you guys for coming this far through all of the wondrous things that I've just shown you. But you know what? Don't forget, over on my own channel, Ultra Maximus, link below in the description, you need to make sure that you are subscribed to me over there in order for your opportunity to win a chance at this Ultra Box right here. And then, of course, if you have any comments on any of the new releases, please leave me a comment below after the video has ended. And I'd really like to engage in conversation with you guys here in the comments below. This is really the easiest way to get a hold of me, because look, my IG, and I thank you guys for this, my IG inbox stays blowing up. I got to just clear icons sometimes, just because. And look, it's nothing personal. If I can't get back to you on IG, it's just how it is. But if you guys engage in conversation here on the presser on YouTube, I will be happy to reply to your comments. Because while I'm, tuning out, jamming, listening and stuff and getting slides together, I can take an opportunity to talk to you guys, and I would be happy to do that. But let's get into the Raw Report update, everybody, because, of course, I like to talk about some other things other than new releases, but the Raw Report update gives us an opportunity to talk about some other news and other avenues, of course. But one of the biggest things that we'd like to talk about here, ODOC has hit. How many of you are watching this? I haven't had an opportunity to. I did sign in, and I added it to my watch list, but we'll see. We shall see. But here, if you go to Marvel.com, and shout out to Marvel.com for this coverage, they actually have MODOK moments, which is a very incomplete list, if I might add. But MODOK moments of different MODOK moments of Marvel Comics history. Boy, that was a tongue twister. All right. And then journalistic integrity is something that we're a tie for, right? I'm not doing this to put out fake news. So when I report that Fantastic Four is in production, and I get pushback on that from people in live chats and other people's streams, I want to take this opportunity to reinforce that once again. The final movie of Phase 4 will be Fantastic Four. See that? 4 fingers? Okay. If you don't believe me, after all the things I've shown you, all the screen caps I've shown you, I have definitive proof. You're going to be like, how do you have definitive proof? Because I'm not stupid, all right? And again, I'm a journalist. I dig, right? I'm a detective, okay? I am the dollar comic detective. I keep an eye on shill bidders, and I also pay attention to lots of things. But look at that top left corner. Yeah, that says Fantastic Four for everybody who is in doubt mode. So, no, Blade is considered Phase 4. So, Miguel, look at that top row. Fantastic Four, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, Blade, The Marvels, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Thor, Love and Thunder. And then look at the bottom row, because that's all the stuff that we already know is about to hit. So, yes, I want to confirm again, Fantastic Four is coming, everybody, okay? So get your FF keys ready. I mean, basically, what FF keys can you really target at this point? Target issue number 1. And also, thankfully, the first appearance of the Super Skrull is also shared with the Skrull King, who, by the way, I think is your Skrull, not the Queen. And I know there's a lot of people who are reporting on the Skull Queen, and the book's been hot up and down. Second print, too. I mean, pick it up if you can find it for cheap, but the original Skrull King, yeah, there we go, is probably who look, I'm just saying that's who I would probably be specking on if I was specking on a Skrull appearance, as well as the safety net of the Super Skrull showing up, because he's got to be one of the bigger Fantastic Four villains. Besides Dr. Doom, okay, we all know Victor Von Doom is going to be Reed Richards' counterpart, and whoever they cast for that pair, they need to have an on-screen chemistry that is kind of like, it's got to be kind of like Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman in real life, but with a lot more hate. Anyway, so let me know what you guys think about that, and if you guys are excited for Fantastic Four, or if there's another movie that you see on that top row that you are more excited to see, and let's talk about it. Now, DC Comics finally revealed their titles for Free Comic Book Day, and I have to say the one on the right is going to be the one I think most people are going to be after, because let's just be honest. All right, if you guys know, the younger kids have been trying to ship Beast Boy and Raven forever. I mean, really, people have been trying to put those two together for like a long time. Like finally, DC finally was like, oh, fine, we'll make them a couple. So they're giving you the Romeo and Juliet story that you wanted. And I wonder if we're going to see more of this explored, like the Titans TV series, which astoundingly I have not canceled my HBO Max yet. So let me know what you guys think about these Free Comic Book Day offerings. And also, just because they also showed this one, well, there's also these two coming out there too. It's Batman, Robin, and Howard, and Amethyst. It's going to be an interesting new Free Comic Book Day this year. All right, and then, of course, for everybody who loves the 1990s as much as Ultra Maximus does, the Batman and Superman return to animation with two thrilling new series. But will they be as thrilling as the originals? Because we have Batman the Caped Crusader, and then we have My Adventures with Superman. Oh, we got some objection by JJ Maxwell. Should be Beast Boy and Terra. Hey, man, these... We really try to appease everybody, and just the same way that they gave Superman and Wonder Woman a shot in New 52, and I think there's like other universes. Maybe there's another universe where it's Beast Boy and Terra. All right, maybe so. Let me know what you think about the animated series stuff coming back, because I think that's going to be the most wild. All right, don't forget, everybody, DC Fandom will be returning in 2021. So at one time, you're probably going to get a ton of DC-related spec information. Of course, these are ripe with a ton of information as far as first appearances to be picking up instantly and things like that. All right. I love this. And I got to talk about another Black Label book just because, as you guys know, previously on Drunken Chat, Spec Matrix, you guys have seen me talk about Mirka Andolfo. I'm just into her artwork, man. I don't know what it is. She's definitely got she got a way with drawing that definitely draws me into her storytelling. So shout out to Mirka for that, and congratulations on doing Superman versus Lobo, because that's a pretty good battle, right? I know there's a ton of people here in the live chat too who want to see this fight go down, and I want to remind you guys where you've seen Mirka Andolfo's art before. She drew the interior pages for Teen Titans 12, the first appearance of the Batman Who Laughs. And if you guys check out the way Harley is drawn in that book, the first time I read it, I was like, wow, whoever's drawn this one, drawn Harley pretty good. Like, I like this design. Like, it was like a fresh take at the time, I think. But also, you know her from Mercy, and the Image book Unnatural. And of course, she's also doing the cover for Ruby Justice League. So, her doing interior pages. Oh yeah, she also did the Punchline one shot, and she's got a book of work that will make you go, "Wow!" Actually, I have a ton of her work in my collection, because I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys watching this probably do. And if you're a new collector, Mirka Andolfo, check her out. Now, also, I'm always down for news tips. And again, in light of what I was sharing about my IG inbox, like, yeah, conversation there. You can try. If I can get to you, I absolutely will. But really, send me a DM via Twitter, especially if you got a news tip, or if you want to just tag me in a Twitter news story. I appreciate that. Not only that, unlike certain applications out there that lift news stories and don't give credit to where they're taking it from, I will give you credit. That's why I appreciate you guys, because, I'm trying to do the right thing, journalistic integrity, and integrity in all that you do, because, again, integrity is what you do when people aren't looking. How about that? All right. So moving on, and thank you again for sticking with us, because now, you guys ready? You guys know what time it is? It is time to enter the speculation matrix. And up in the raw report read pile today, man, I've got to say there's some goodies, but of course you know that this means that there's going to be some spoilers. So please stand by as we give everybody an opportunity who does not want to be spoiled any further than they've already been spoiled by me going over all the new releases and things, an opportunity. But no, we actually grew in numbers of people watching, and I want to appreciate you guys for doing that. And we had a lot of people talking about this one, and let's just say the read pile, it's only got one book in it today, everybody. X-Men number 20. All right, now, I'm not even going to show anybody any interior pages of what's going on in here. I'm just going to talk to you guys about this book. This right here is Hickman Payoff. Because now we're 20 issues in, right? So 20 issues on top of the House of X and Powers of X. So 32 issues. It's about right, about time for him to actually deliver on a little bit of story. But you kind of saw this one coming, but you probably didn't. Hickman is rewriting X-Men history. And as you can see, the key memos that I put on here are Mystique, Moira, and Nimrod. Because basically we have a situation where Mystique tries to stop Nimrod from going online. The same thing that happened during House of X, Powers of X, where they went to the Mother Mold and the X-Men sacrificed their lives in order to take out the Mother Mold so Nimrod wouldn't come online. Well, it's kind of come full circle now, because we're dealing with a situation where Nimrod has come online. And if you all are following, of course, everybody's like, oh, the first appearance of Nimrod's definitely going to be a book you're going to want to chase, of course. And, oh, look, new release picks. Yeah, no, not new release picks. I want to remind everybody that Hickman, master chess player, this is Nimrod. The first appearance of the guy who becomes Nimrod, first appears in House of X. Number 1. Erasmus Mendel. Now, you guys know that I'm a huge X-Men reader, and I read in between the lines on a ton of things. We're missing one big, huge missing link from all of this. Phalanx. How did the Phalanx come into existence? How did they start? You guys see where I'm going with this? I really think that we've just witnessed Hickman retcon the Phalanx into being tied to Sentinels. Hickman, if you happen to catch this clip of this show and where I'm guessing this and I'm right, please DM me through any one of the memes on here and let me know what you guys think about this one. If you guys read X-Men 20 today, and this is the reason why this is the only one on the read pile, because it was a big book for me. If you guys think that the way that Hickman just retconned Nimrod, because of course we know that Nimrod showed up in the House of X Powers of 10. This guy became Nimrod in this issue. All right, so that's kind of the spoiler. But how and everything goes down with Forge as well as Mystique tied to a story of creation of the Phalanx, including this guy. I'm down. I'm totally down. So shout out to you, Hickman, for your orchestration of the X-Men, but let's see where this one heads. So House of X number 1 continues to deliver, and I'm really excited for this Age of X-Men, everybody, because it hasn't been this good since Claremont. It really hasn't. But we're not quite done. But I really thank you guys for tuning in for live chat is just popping. But don't forget to like and share the video, leave a comment below, and make sure that you, of course, are subscribed. Let's get into the new release picks from today. So, not really the best week in my opinion, but at the same time, I thought the Action Comics Tedesco variant, like I said, it looked really, really good. The 0.2 second print. I don't know if these later printings are going to have any legs just because of their rarity, if the story is really going to be good, but this is desired as of right now. So it's probably a good flip if you can get your hands on it for people who want the code. I don't know if there's a third print scheduled. I think. Oh, there it went. Microphone stand. Anyway, I don't know if the third print went out yet. It probably did. I think I covered it on a previous episode. But don't forget this Batman Superman. Just good art and a cardstock variant. So I mean, all the cardstock variants basically from DC are killing it right now. There's your Detective. Here's your Harley Quinn. And for you guys who are grading these, you know, if you're buying two, oh yeah, it's cool, Thunder. I got this, man. You know, I've been planning on buying a new mic stand arm, a nice rotating one, built-in cord, all that goodies, but haven't gotten around to it yet. But anyway, Milestone Returns, Infinite Edition. And then, of course, your sketch variant. If you were lucky enough to have a store that orders sketch variants, you should probably get a couple of them. And then maybe get some Jim Lee stuff, huh? Mr. Miracle. I really, really want to know if this is going to be as good as the previous Tom King run, but, you know, we can't make any assumptions or promises there. Cover B, right? Cardstock again. And then for you guys picking this one up, this is just classic Batman Adam West show. Amazing, amazing homage. So shout out to DC for that one. And of course the cardstock variant, not too shabby, for Robin number 2. Teen Titans Academy, cover A and cover B, just because the more red X the better, right, everybody? Then, Alien number 3's Philip Tan variant, and yet, I promise you, there's still more tan to come. So if you want to see what I'm talking about, stick around for the FOC review. Beta Ray Bill's 1 in 25 incentive. Again, is his popularity going to swarm if he shows up in Love and Thunder? Black Widow. And you know what? Adam Hughes, of course. Shout out to Brian McClay, because McClay, I think, is a oracle in the sense that he's predicting and yet another run on Adam Hughes books. Because look, a couple years back, Adam Hughes books, the Wonder Womans, the Catwomans, his Zatannas, basically all the old work that Adam Hughes did got on people's radar the same way Jeff Scott Campbell's stuff was getting on people's radar, and high-grade stuff just disappeared. So once it disappeared into the collection, that was like the establishing run. We have an influx of a whole bunch of new people into the collecting community that I think don't know about Adam Hughes as much as they should. And when I think McClay was right, when people find out, it's probably going to get big. So shout out to all you guys still sitting on Adam Hughes books. Still sitting on Adam Hughes books. All right. Your Black Widow 125 incentive today. And like I said, for this one, the Demon Days X-Men, Mark Brooks, you know, it's an incentive variant. Dr. Lovebox, I sold that one, unfortunately, during a much-needed COVID sale last year. I regret doing so because it was a one spine break book, and it was like so small of a spine break. It was like iffy 9.8, you know what I mean? So, anyway, Miles Morales, number 26. Yeah, again, this version of Spider-Man getting possessed by the Venom suit, pretty good. Shout out to Money Mel V for the information on this one, being kind of like a variant cover, but you know, unfortunately, we got exclusives for this one too, which is going to inflate the number of ratio variants to go along with it, which is sad. especially when there's possible first appearances and stuff. The Marvel's number 2 Pinocean variant. This is definitely one of Dan Pinocean's better variants. And yeah, I put the regular cover on here and the Del Mundo variant because it was a very, very heavy Mystique story. All right, everybody. So let me know what you think of the new release picks. If you like the picks, if you picked up the picks, don't forget to like and share. And again, I want to give this stuff away, and I want one lucky person to be very, very happy with the giveaway. So don't forget to subscribe to my own channel, Ultra Space Maximus, so I can give you the Ultra Box details on how to win it. And of course, on my own channel is where you can catch this wonderful FOC experience that I call the Secret Variant. Now, due to being a full-time responsible father, I am capable of going live after I get the kid to bed. So late night Sunday nights is usually my time slot for that one. But that's why you want to be subscribed and click that notification bell for my own channel as well for when I go live. So I go late to try to give you guys as many of the cover art as I possibly can before FOC on Monday. Because as you know, Saturday still can be kind of iffy for some of these guys. And Sunday night, they're like, oh yeah, here you go. DC's a little bit tricky, of course. I have to go a week ahead on DC. And of course, DC's FOC is tomorrow. So make sure you guys are taking a look at what's on Final Order Cutoff at your LCS for DC tomorrow, because they do not have an FOC for this coming Sunday. And they like to switch it up on you guys. So keeping you informed is what I'm here to do. And I appreciate all of you in the live chat, almost 100 of you. And just on the YouTube side alone, Facebook and YouTube, I appreciate you guys tuning in as well. Well, let's get into this, because you know what this is, everybody. This is the Ghost of Monday. This is your FOC review. And what do I mean by that? Well, these are all the books that just passed on FOC, meaning you cannot request to order any more. The ones that are in circulation that have already been ordered by your LCS, unless they're an A cover and they're not sold out of Diamond, you're probably not going to get them. Incentive-wise, yeah, you're pretty much SOL. The number of incentives out there are going to be the number of incentives out there. So pay attention to the incentives on this list, because they may be of importance to you. And again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in live on this one. This show is one of many on Flipside. And don't forget to tune in tomorrow night for the CEO doing the vintage comic deal. Here we go, everybody. Sumerian Iron Shadows in the Moon, number 3. This is that Fantastic Four swipe that they've been kind of on doing Fantastic Four swipes in this run. For all of you not paying attention to Aftershock, they'd like to drop a 1 in 15 incentive on their new number 1s. And what this means is, for everybody paying attention to Seven Swords number 1 coming out, there's a 1 in 15 incentive. So pay attention to that one if you are into this book. Or are you going to parry? Silver City number 2, and shout out to Eric Hurd, Rookie of the Year, for his hit store variant. And look, you guys know I don't like store exclusives unless I really like the art, but Hurd, I might have filed it away, buddy. But I would have shown it right now if I had it up in front of me. So Eric did the Beastie Boy swipe for Silver City number 1. So if you're not paying attention to that, you might be able to still find that one on the secondary market. Sorry that you have to pay secondary prices, but sick book. And here's your issue number 2. Next up, God Killer, featuring Nico's ex-girlfriend. So yeah, Nico said he dated a girl that looked like that. And yeah, sorry, Nico. Which one, I don't know, but he just said he dated a girl that looked like the cover of God Killer. Red Room number 2, and I dig this one. Now, this is, of course, following on the curtails of Red Room number 1, which was a pretty seriously, kind of sick book. Yeah, if you're into that kind of torturous kind of thing, that's if that's your bag, baby, whatever. But this is Poker Face. And the concept itself, I think, is really, really cool. So I'm probably going to be looking to pick this one up. And of course, Four Kings, not bad. 10 copy FOC incentive. Nottingham, number 1. Later print. I think it's the fourth print. Nottingham number 2, third print. Nottingham number 3, second print. Minky Woodcock, the girl who electrified Tesla. Oh, look, it's another Mac cover. Minky Woodcock, the girl who electrified Tesla, number 3 is cover C. And yet, Mirka Andolfo strikes again. So Mirka did the regular cover A, and then here is your cover B foil cover for Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Tea Time number 1. Now, I do have a question. The story related to Buffy season whatever, like 20-something through 30, that's going like absolutely nuts right now. I'm wondering if this has anything to do with it. If it does, leave me a comment. Let me know what it actually has to do with going that. And hey man, if your LCS orders enough to have shelf copies for release day, you can hit. The Buffy Boom series is a reboot. Oh, really? Okay, well that's interesting. So, well, it happens. I'm not really reading it, but I do know that foil Virgin cover of Mirka Andolfo is probably going to have some people chasing it. People probably who don't really normally read Buffy the Vampire Slayer. But the final issue of Luna's Psychedelic Adventure is the Franny variant. That's your 10 copy incentive. And then Save Yourself, giving you a 50 copy Kevin Wada incentive. Yeah, see, this is one of the ones right here, okay? 50 copies on a book that probably isn't heavily ordered, but Wada, he's got some people I know that chases art. So if you are a Kevin Wada art chaser, get your order in for this one, or at least try to get your name down for it. Now, I've had some crosstalk in some back chat rooms and such. I'm not really reading the G.I. Joe series, but can anybody confirm, is this the new character that showed up in that previous issue that had a retail incentive cover with Snake Eyes and Scarlet on the cover at the shooting range? Because if it is, and they didn't give her a cover appearance yet, would this be her first? Interesting. Godzilla. Monsters and Protectors, number 3 of a 10-issue copy incentive here. So I just like this one. I thought it was a really, really nifty thing showing Godzilla eating cars and stuff like that and going through his intestines. But, you know, I like some really, really odd humor, which may not be the same as yours. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think of these. Star Wars High Republic Adventures number 5. It's your 1 in 10 incentive. And then if you... Oh, we got Sith Lord Lee in the house. What's up, man? Good to see you in here. Thank you for tuning in live. So, reading the solicits on this, it says that there's a new character. Stan Sakai. Writing. Usagi Yojimbo. New character. And it's a rabbit. I'm not saying that there should be some people probably putting some eyes on this story. But if you are reading Usagi Yojimbo and you are collecting these incentive variants, well, you may want to ask your LCS to make sure that they are qualified for this one, because previous issues did require that you bought 10 copies of the previous issue in order to qualify for the retail incentive. So make sure that is not the case with issue 20, because if that is the issue with issue 20, they needed to order at least 10 copies of issue 19 to qualify. Oh, look, and we've got, that is the first cover with the new arm. So, fantastic. So, she's on the A cover. All right. She was on the A cover of her first appearance. Okay, cool. All right. And then, so yeah, you have your Usagi Yojimbo with a possible first appearance, according to Stan Sakai. Jock dropping a Jupiter's Legacy Requiem number 1. So this is, of course, coming out at a very opportune time, right when Jupiter's Legacy is hitting the Netflix screens. I'm trying to watch it. I just don't have time. I can make it through the first 2 episodes, but the only time I really have to watch it is late at night, because every time I try watching it during the day, my kid's always trying to come in, and it's Yeah, it's a bit much for you know 4-year-old kid to be watching. So I have to pause it. Daddy, what are you watching? So you know, Jupiter's Legacy, the Boss Logic variant though. So the Jock and the Boss Logic variants are probably my two favorites. The reason why they're on this list. But I'm very, very interested in finding out what the Thank You variant looks like. So don't forget to ask your LCS for the Thank You variant. Cover I. Radiant Black, number 5, 25 copy incentive. And on the recommendations of everybody from the previous episode of the Wednesday Night Comic Book Presser, and through your engagements through the chat section, I will be adding Radiant Black number 5 to the read pile. So I will close out when that issue does get released. On its release day, I will read the 5 issues leading up to that issue that day, so that this way we can have a nice discussion about the book. So fair shake read review in the read pile, only here on the Presser, everybody. So, and of course it's an Acuna variant, so it's not terrible. Oh, Jenny Frisian. 1990s hotness right there, everybody. Brett Booth giving you the Flash 771 cardstock variant. All right, this next one, I don't know how many store exclusives are out there for this book, but if there are store exclusives, which I know there's a Grandpa variant, so there's already a shared variant, which isn't a big deal. But the 125 for this next book, it's probably going to be electric. Because you all know exactly what this is. This is a throwback to the original. So, and then like I said, there's going to be this 250 copy minimum order variant, which is going to give some of those stores the opportunity to get that 125. So as well as again, if you see stores who have this book, ask them about their incentive pricing and see if you're a good customer, if they'll give you a nice deal. If they give you a nice deal, you know, look it up. That's all you got to do, right? Pay it forward. Wonder Girl number 2, cardstock variant. Yeah. Oh, and then did you think you were going to see another list without a Jen Bartel cover? Because that's not happening anytime soon as far as I can tell. Because look at this. Again, Jen Bartel makes fire colors soft. She makes soft colors hard and hard colors soft. It's crazy. Josh Middleton showing us that Amazonian conditioner is in light supply, or there's a lot of sea salt in the air on this day. But it's a very, very photorealistic book. I mean, it really is. And here's the one I've been teasing you about all episode long. Philip Tan Starfire variant for Teen Titans Academy number 4. All right, look, some of us like Starfire variants, right? And if you are a Starfire variant chaser and you are a shipper of Starfire and Dick Grayson, well, I think Philip Tan just gave you what you were looking for. So I rather like this one too. And then, of course, Middleton back again with another Wonder Woman cover that's just absolutely amazing. Oh, Ms. Bartel is up here again, and here is a high ratio incentive for Demon Days Mariko. I believe this is your 1 in 100. All right, so Demon Days Mariko, Jeff Scott Campbell variant. Look, and you guys know I'm a very, very tough critic of this Demon Days series. I'm not going to be picking this book up. However, I do know that Jeff Scott Campbell has a ton of people who are chasing this one. I'm not going to name the name of the store, but there was a store who did an exclusive for this book and did an exclusive for another book, and they were giving away one free of these with every order over $25. So take that for whatever it was. You might be able to nab yourself a copy, but there's going to be no short supply of those. And then Peach Momoko, again, you know I'm a very, very tough critic of your work. But this is a fantastic Invisible Woman. I mean, really, it is. It's great. And for all you Gleason cover art chasers, I think this is my favorite Gleason cover art to date. And I don't know what's going down in Heroes Reborn number 7, if we're going to have anything really miraculously happen in this book. But this is your 1 in 25 incentive cover. Previous appearance on a Ultra Maximus Spec Matrix on Drunken Chat was Ms. Rian Gonzalez here, Mighty Valkyries number 3. And yeah, she's talented. And how to close out a show like the presser, but what better than a Pepe LaRaz planet-sized X-Men variant with Magic, Storm, Jean Grey, and Rogue. And there you have it. That's our show. But you know what? Don't forget to tune into the secret variant, which will be the next FOC list, so you do not find yourself missing some of the books that you might have just seen on this list. Because I'd really hate for you guys to miss out on it, because we want everybody here to have a better collection. But don't forget, Tales from the Flipside is where the next episode of the Wednesday Night Comic Book Presser will happen on the next comic book day. So don't forget, I am UltraMaximus, and it has been my pleasure to deliver to you guys this wonderful new comic book day content. Don't forget to follow me over at UltraMaximus and UltraMaximus at UltraMaximusX. Thank you again, everybody, for tuning in live. I will see you all in the live chats next week. Don't forget to tune into all the other great content here. Hot 10 coming at you on Friday night with McClay and hopefully Ben Stein. I don't know if Mel's still going to be on, because I know he's got like a new work schedule thing going on. And I don't know who their guest is this week because I've been occupied. But there's another show tomorrow night here. And that's going to have Dino and the guys talking about some vintage books. So don't forget to check that out. And then, of course, Modern Comic Mayhem Saturday night. Star Wars Crew on Sunday. Tales from the Flipside on Monday. And then go back and check out the episode of Comic Book Women from last night, but they'll be coming back again next Tuesday. And if you're not watching all these episodes on Flipside, well, you're missing out. But we appreciate you guys tuning in. We really appreciate you. And I, again, appreciate you. Peace, everybody. There it is.